Did you hear about how American track and field sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson was attacked, at least online, by sports fans just before March ended? Well, simply put, Richardson received criticism after she dropped a bomb. A good one this time, on her fans. In a tweet, Richardson said, "Meet and greet with me in Austin, Texas, and afterwards catch me in my season opener at Texas Relays." All Sha'Carri Richardson wanted to do was welcome fans with an important update as she prepares to participate in the Texas Relays event with other popular athletes like Abby Steiner, Ronnie Baker, Kenny Harrison, and Bryce Hoppel. Unfortunately, this update came after the World Athletics tweeted Richardson and Shelly Ann Fraser-Price's upcoming contest in April 2023, leading to fans comparing the two and belittling Richardson's achievements. After being bashed online by Twitter users who reacted to the World Athletics tweet, Richardson posted an Instagram story with the caption, "I will be doing the meet and greet in Austin tomorrow." Well, at least she seemed unbothered. But what actually started this hate? It began after the World Athletics posted on its Twitter handle 100-meter clash at Gabern Meet on 29th of April at Sha'Carri versus at Real Shelly Ann FP. Unsurprisingly, people started to attack Richardson, at least online, comparing the achievements of the two athletes, with many fans commenting on how Shelly's achievements were far greater than that of Richardson's. You and me both, that's kind of true though. A fan also brutally pointed out 19 major gold wins between them. All 19 were won by Shelly. Ms. Richardson has won one gold medal, that is Pan American U20, that was in Trujillo, Peru. Several fans also reacted negatively to the use of the word clash to describe the contest. In fact, a fan implied that it cannot be a clash since Richardson hasn't accomplished anything in the last 3 years. Another fan has also posted a hard-hitting comment. "This is a total disrespect to Pocket Rocket, that Richardson has not won anything yet. Ouch to Sha'Carri." However, it wasn't the first time that the young athlete received hate this year. In January, Sha'Carri Richardson said she was removed from an American Airlines plane after arguing with a flight attendant. In a series of posts and stories on her official Instagram, the 22-year-old athlete said that a male flight attendant asked her to get off a phone call, which she did before telling him that she didn't like his tone. Richardson posted another video to her Instagram showing the moments before she was asked to leave the flight. "I definitely would have listened to his instructions, but the way he was talking to me was very unprofessional and his hands were all in my face," Richardson can be heard saying in the video numerous times. A fellow passenger is then heard thanking Richardson, blaming her for missing his connecting flight. "Oh, so you're worried about a connection while a grown man is disrespecting me?" she retaliated. "I don't give a shit," the passenger said and called Richardson selfish. In a statement, an American Airlines spokesperson said, "We reaccommodate the customer on a later flight, and a member of our team has reached out to learn more." Some said that the young athlete was being a diva. While leaving the plane, Richardson said, "Y'all see it on social media because y'all have no idea who I am," while people clapped as Richardson moved to get off the plane. Would you have done the same if you were there? If you think that's all the negative news you can hear about Richardson, you're sadly mistaken. In 2021, Sha'Carri Richardson missed the Tokyo Olympics in wake of suspension over a marijuana test. At the time, the USA Track and Field decided not to include her in its lineup in the wake of her 1-month suspension over a positive marijuana test. Notably, Richardson is one of the numerous black athletes who has been prevented from competing in the Olympics that year for various reasons, from swim caps to doping agents. How unfortunate for them. Think about it, Richardson is only a couple steps away from the Olympics, which most athletes can only dream of. So why did she do that? In a Today Show interview, Richardson said she used marijuana, which is legal in Oregon, to cope with a recent revelation during an interview that her biological mother was dead, which left her in a state of emotional panic. Well, it's still her mom, so I think it's understandable she reacted that way. If you weren't aware, Richardson had a rough start to life after being abandoned by her mother, so her grandmother Betty Harp and her aunt Sha'Carri Richardson ended up raising her. Despite the setback, both her childhood and the suspension, Richardson took to Twitter to make a promise. She said in a tweet, "I'm sorry, I can't be all Olympic champ this year, but I'll promise I'll be your world champ next year." At least she remained optimistic, didn't she? While Richardson appeared to have accepted her fate, CNN anchor John Berman had some things to say. He noted that President Joe Biden said that the rules are the rules in relation to Richardson's 30-day ban. However, the CNN anchor added that not including Richardson on the relay roster was beyond the rules. I'm wondering if the president, or you for that matter, have an opinion on that. Doesn't that just stink? Berman asked the then White House press secretary Jen Psaki in an interview. It does stink, and I don't think there's a better definition of it, Saki said. She added that as an Olympic-obsessed person, she found Richardson to be inspiring. In the end, Saki expressed her sadness and wished and shared that she looks forward to seeing Richardson running as the fastest woman in the world for years to come. Let's see if she really will. Like CNN anchor John Berman, others have expressed what they thought about Richardson's suspension. American politician and activist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claimed that the suspension was racist and not based on science. However, agencies dedicated to keeping drugs out of the Olympics rejected this claim. In fact, both the World Anti-Doping Agency and the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency wrote to the Congresswoman to dispute that the prohibition of cannabis was antiquated, not performance-enhancing, and a burden to civil liberties, while also arguing over who is responsible for the policies. However, the politician wasn't to be deterred. In a tweet, she said, "Their decision lacks any scientific basis. It's rooted in solely a systematic racism that's long driven anti-marijuana laws." Nevertheless, Richardson was ruled out of the Tokyo Olympics 100 meters after receiving a 1-month ban for using the drug in the wake of her mother's death, unfortunately for her. Still, Richardson remained loved and supported by many, although there were still critics, of course. Are you a fan or a hater? Regardless of what you think of her, Sha'Carri Richardson is very much loved by many. But wait, does the number of her fans surpass that of Abby Steiner? I doubt that. But let's talk about Abby Steiner first. If you don't know her yet, well, why not? Just so you know, Abby Steiner is a 23-year-old American athlete competing in both indoor and outdoor track and field. Steiner is known for her record wins in various competitions across the United States. In fact, Steiner recently set a new American record at the 2023 Melrose Games when she broke the indoor American record in the 300-meter sprint in a new national record of 35.54 seconds, putting her third on the world all-time list behind Irina Privalova and Sha'Carri Miller-Ubio. That's who Abby Steiner is. Why are we talking about her? Well, she's worth talking about, especially after she made Richardson eat dust, so to speak. And it's totally insane. At the recently concluded 2023 Texas Relays, early season head-to-head clashes between track and field superstars like Sha'Carri Richardson and Abby Steiner made the already sweltering afternoon heat even hotter. The crowd went wild as they were treated to fierce competition amongst all the competing teams. It would have been fun to experience the excitement and tension firsthand. At the said event, track and field superstars Sha'Carri Richardson and Abby Steiner battled to the finish on the women's 4x100 meter relay, with barely seconds separating them from first and second place respectively. Just to clarify, Dallas native Sha'Carri Richardson, joined by Javienne Oliver, Twanisha Terry, and Tiana Daniels, finished in second place at the Texas Relays with a time of 42.10. Abby Steiner, to no surprise, finished in first place with a 41.75 result. She was joined by Melissa Jefferson, Jenna Prandini, and Aaliyah Hobbs. These girls, wow. Notably, Abby Steiner and Sha'Carri Richardson are both well known in track and field. As can be expected, the audience goes wild whenever these two compete against one another in anticipation of a thrilling showdown, and they never failed to make their spectators shift in their seats. For now, track and field fans got a glimpse of what may happen in the 2023 World Athletics Championships and the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris through the 2023 Texas Relays. Whoever wins, the United States team appears to have a good shot at medal. At least, we should hope so. Click here to see who else is optimistic about a record-breaking 2023.